Hi, I'm Chris from evaluagent, and in this video, we're going to take a look at the different ways that we can evaluate a conversation. So let's take a look. So from our dashboard, we're going to come to the imported contacts and filters. Now, this is a repository of all of the conversations that are happening in your contact center. To evaluate these conversations, we're going to use the burger menu on the right-hand side, and then we have some additional options that's available. So the two options that we're going to focus on is the evaluate option and the assign option. Now, if I was a team leader looking to assign a selection of conversations to an evaluator or myself, I can select whichever conversation I'm looking to evaluate and hit assign. From here, I can just hit the drop down and assign it to me and evaluate those later, or assign it to a specific evaluator in my team. Any conversations that are assigned in this way will come into our contacts to evaluate page in here. So this is essentially our work queue of conversations waiting to be evaluated. So you can see we've got one here from me just now. Well, let's come back to our imported contacts. We'll just cancel that assignment because the other option that we can use is the evaluate option. This will take us straight to the evaluation page where we can see the conversation. We can see all of the insights on the left-hand side. But on the right-hand side, we've got the QA element. From here, we'll select our evaluation mode. So this is a call evaluation. And then we can select our scorecard. The scorecard will then load and we can go ahead and smart score the evaluation. So this will automatically score any of the automated line items on the scorecard. Now, in this particular scorecard, all of our evaluations, all of these line items rather, are automated. So we'll expect to see all of these being scored like we're seeing here. Okay, so let's see all of our line items here. We can see all the details, and then we can go ahead and publish that evaluation. Now, this will then publish this evaluation directly to the reports and is available to the agent to view. We can see all of our results details shown in here. Now, we also have some additional options here in the actions button here in the right-hand side. So in this particular case, let's say I was looking to award a badge, I can go ahead, come in here and add in whatever badge I want to. Or I can also go ahead and edit the evaluation or indeed delete it. Now, this is based on permissions as well. So in order to get these options, you would need to have the associated permission applied to the user. Let's come up here. Our evaluation is done. The other way that we can create an evaluation is actually from a manual conversation. These evaluations here are based on conversations that have already been imported into the platform. Now, let me just come out of this and come into the Smart View dashboards. This is our starting place. I can use the create option up at the top right and add a contact to evaluate. So this will essentially ask me for all of the details of the conversation, which we can then attach an evaluation to. Now, additionally, I can come to the side view, the sidebar, and select add a contact to evaluate, and that will show me the same screen. So there's a couple of ways to get here. Now, from that page, I just simply select who my agent is, the channel that I'm going to evaluate. Now, in this case, when it's a manual conversation that we are looking to evaluate, we can configure prompts in your quality settings. Now, these are essentially prompts, manual prompts for me as the evaluator to specify the type of conversation I should be manually selecting. I can add in a contact reference here. I can add in a case reference. So if I was looking to add in this conversation to a customer experience case or a journey, I can go ahead and add that case. I can also at this point add in attachments. So if I have an MP3 of the conversation or a transcript, I can go ahead and import it. Put in the contact details of the contact, i.e. the date and time, and then I can decide who I'm assigning this evaluation to, or I can evaluate this myself. So a slightly different page as we saw before. This is a manual conversation, so it's not analysed. So we can go ahead and play the call here, listen to it, and in our QA frame, we can select that evaluation mode as before. So call evaluation, and we can select that scorecard in here as well. Now, because this is a manual evaluation, we don't have the option to automatically score these auto line items. So we would go through and manually select whichever was appropriate based on what we were hearing in the call. We can go ahead and publish that. Oh, and I've got a couple here. There we go. There we go. So we've got the results of the evaluation. We can use the actions button to do the same things as before, but this evaluation has been published into the reports and to the agent.